Hi there, APES students. Welcome to another round of updates. In this one, I will cover the grading policy, what the assignments are, especially for air pollution and finishing out the year, and then I'll give you an introduction to the APES Bootcamp. Before we get started, I just want to remind you all that we're in some unprecedented times. I found this quote, my sister shared this quote with me: "You're only unproductive by the standards of the world we lived in 2 months ago, and that world is now gone." So it's just something that I thought gave me a lot of perspective in what we should be doing and what the standards that we should be holding ourselves to right now. And I hope that you're recognizing that this is a slower time and you might not be doing as much for my class or for school, or you may not be doing much else in your life and it feels weird. I want to acknowledge that that feels weird, and I also want you to think about resetting those priorities and thinking about what you need to do. And that's not meant to tell you that you need to do more for my class, but hopefully I can help you put perspective on what you should be doing and what you can be doing to keep up in my class. All right, so the first question I want to answer for you is, what do you need to do to get an A in my class? I know that this is rumbling around in a lot of your heads. If you haven't asked it of myself or other teachers, I know that you're wondering that. I know that some teachers are making you jump through a lot of fiery hoops. I know some teachers are just giving out A's for everybody without clarifying what that means. And while I want to be able to do that as well, I want to give you an opportunity just to think about what learning means right now. And for myself, I never give up on learning. Like, I take every opportunity that I can to learn as much as I can. And I know that many of us have different abilities to do that right now, or different motivation, or our mental state just isn't allowing us to absorb a whole lot. So what we need to do is work together. So what do you need to do to get an A in APES for the semester? You need to stay engaged. You need to communicate with me with what you need. So if you're doing the lessons, if you're working through the lessons at whatever pace you need to, that's fine. If you're not able to do anything, just let me know. Let me know what's holding you back. Maybe we can modify things. Maybe we can have a reduced load. And then complete the work to the best of your ability. I'm trying to provide you with the continued knowledge about air pollution, about the environment. Maybe some of the reasons why you took the class were just to get engaged and involved and know how to be an educated citizen and a good voter. And I'm trying to finish out the year with those same goals in mind. So if things are getting overwhelming, just reach out to me and let me know. Come to office hours, send me an email. The most important thing right now to get an A in the class is just to remain engaged in the work and to do some of it. And if you're not able to do all of it, let me know what you want to prioritize. Let me know if you want to focus on a special project that you're more interested in pursuing in lieu of doing the work that I've posted on the Schoology. All right, so the work that we're currently involved in has to do with air pollution. This was the last unit that we would have had in school had we not been ordered to stay at home. And I've tried to teach it to the best of my ability. I recognize that distance learning doesn't translate well to exactly what we were doing in the class, and hopefully I've been able to make worksheets and assignments that allow you to explore this without me being in front of you all the time. There are 9 EK documents that were associated with this unit. The most important ones are the ones that start with 7s. So that was Intro to Air Pollution, Smog, Thermal Inversions, Indoor Air Pollution, Solutions to Air Pollution, and Acid Deposition. These are the most important ones for you to finish. The other EKs that I have associated with the assignments right now are kind of supplementary and help you understand things at a deeper level. And you can choose to do those, or you can choose to just focus on these core EKs. I've got 3 interactive labs and 1 computer simulation, or interactive lessons. The Intro to Air Pollution is a choose your own adventure type of lesson. It allows you to explore a lot of different things. You could do that Intro to Air Pollution before doing any of the EKs or while you're doing it. You can do it more than once. The check for understanding is kind of a way for you to assess how well you're understanding those first couple of EKs, the 7.1 and 7.4 especially, and the one about smog. And then there's a lab, a kind of interactive lab that I made on acid deposition, and that helps explain everything about that 7.7 EK. Finally, there's a computer simulation that you can do, or you can watch some videos called Smog City, and that helps you explore tropospheric ozone and particulate matter. Those all have kind of components associated with them that I check off for completion, and the Smog City has some questions that you answer. Finally, there's 2 ways that you can kind of assess yourself on your understanding. You could do the 2 personal progress check quizzes. Those are just like any of the other ones that we did in class, where you have 2 attempts at it. And then there are some FRQs. There are 3 different FRQs that I've posted. You can type the answers to those, upload those, and then on a daily basis, I'm grading those and giving you verbal feedback. That's the best way for you to assess your knowledge and your writing skills, especially if you're working towards the AP exam. I would highly recommend doing at least 1, possibly 2 of those FRQs. I'm going to get a little bogged down in grading those, but I promise I'll get you back some individualized feedback. All right, so some of you are done with the air pollution and some of you are still working on that. After you're done with air pollution, I want you to pause and congratulate yourself. That was a lot of work to get done by yourself, even if I was trying to help you through office hours or answering questions. Then we need to look at what's ahead. So what's ahead? For many of you, the AP exam on May 18th is what you're working towards, and you're going to start studying for that. I'll release the boot camp, and I'll talk about the boot camp materials in just a moment. But I would like everyone to try and take that final exam. You've worked a whole year. I've held you to really high standards. If we would have been in class, you would have taken a final exam anyway. And I'd like you to see how well you can do on the FRQs that are going to be released. So I would like everybody to try and take that final exam. If you're taking it on May 18th, then you know exactly when the final exam is. If you're not registered to take the AP exam, then you'll probably take it at least a week after that. And I'll talk about the review materials in just a moment. After you complete the final exam, I want everybody to do a final project. I'm going to give you a choice between a couple of different projects. One will be exploring people who are environmental leaders, both historic and current leaders, or you can do a project where you kind of look at your behavior and practices and how your philosophy has changed. If neither of those final projects are of interest to you, let me know what you are interested in doing, and we can come up with something together. Some of you have started blogs, some of you have started activism in your communities, some of you have been active in those spheres throughout the year, and that can count towards your final project. So just work with me on that. All right, so some of you are ready to start studying for the AP exam. What I'm calling that is the boot camp review. Every year we spend about 2 weeks going through all of the material, reviewing the whole year, and practicing what it takes to be successful on the exam. So we're turning from learning a lot of content to just reviewing everything and making sure that we have really good skills. This is going to be very much a choose your own adventure, not so much a choose your own adventure like this, but much more a choose your own learning adventure. I have a folder that's set up and it entails a lot of different ways to review, including watching videos, some that the College Board has released. You can go back and watch any of the Bozeman Science videos, and then I'll be making some videos as well, just some kind of insider knowledge and things that I've gained over the years. And then there's a lot of opportunities to practice your writing skills, and I want to be able to give you a lot of feedback on your writing skills. So there'll be 4 different practice FRQs. There'll be also some short prompts that you can just use to just kind of 5-minute exercises to hone your skills. There's lots that the College Board has released, including a full practice test. You can go into as much depth and detail as you want to, and you can just also kind of skim through the content and work on reviewing your skills. This will be very much your own learning style, and I'm here to support you in the next couple of weeks as you review and prepare yourself for the AP exam. All right, in closing, I thought I'd leave you with one of my favorite cartoons. I have this framed in my house. We're going through a lot of different feelings right now, and sometimes we could be feeling extreme highs and extreme lows. I know on a daily basis I experience all of those. Above all else, I'm really here to support you. If you're not doing well, please just reach out. You don't need to tell me all the details, but you just need to tell me that you're fragile and you need to take things slowly, or you need help sorting out what to prioritize. Please, please, please reach out with your highs. Please, please, please reach out with your lows, and know that you have a whole community that is here to support you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.